Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to you on this I'll say on this wonderful Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. This is June 4th, 2025. It is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I want to welcome you to Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, New Beginnings. We are I'm going to keep on saying it because we're going to be still doing it for the remainder of the year. We are still celebrating walking into new beginnings. We are embracing new beginnings in the year 2025. My name is Dr. Natatu North, and I am the owner and one of the therapists at Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, which is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. If this is your first time tuning in with us, we want to say a special greetings to you and a good morning to you, whether you catch us live at 7 a.m. or you catch this later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or even later in the year. We appreciate you being here. And we want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And at 7 a.m., though, we are live. We're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. And the YouTube link for this broadcast is posted on Instagram. So we ask that you take just a few moments to like this broadcast. Please follow us on your preferred social media platform. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share. And let us interact and engage in the comment section. If this is your first time tuning in, I'll show you and let you know just how to do that in just a few seconds here. It's very simple. We won't be here very, very long. This is basically like about a 15-minute inspirational push to give us power and focus and some drive, essentially, to make it through this day and even the rest of the week. So that's what we're here for on Wednesdays, and we'll get into that in just a second here. Now, some of you may be wondering, if it's your first time tuning in, what is Purpose Journey Counseling? I was just scrolling and I saw this. Don't scroll any further. Stay right where you are. You're here for a reason. Purpose Journey Counseling is a mental health private practice. We are located, again, in Cincinnati, Ohio. We provide individual, family, and couples counseling, and we work with children starting at about the age of 5. We work with adolescents and we work with adults. So a variety of mental health issues and concerns. Like I said, I'm the owner and one of the therapists, but I also have a wonderful team of therapists. I have some interns as well who work with us providing these mental health services to the community. We do take a variety of different insurances as well as self-pay. So reach out to us. Let us know. We're right on social media. You can let us know that you want some services. Message us, and I'll provide some official contact information to make sure that we have that information provided. But one of our mottos at Purpose Journey Counseling is that it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist too. It is absolutely okay. It's okay. It's okay. Before we go any further, I share this every time we're together. The phone number for our Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. This number is for if you or someone else is experiencing some type of mental health emergency. This number is very needed. It's necessary. So please make sure you have it. The number is 988. Again, it's 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline for any type of mental health emergency. The number is 24/7. You can call this number or text the number. There are people readily available to assist in those type of crises and emergencies. So please make sure you have this information available. Just save it in your phone. It seems like, I can remember that. Yes, you probably can remember 988, but in an emergency, sometimes we forget, we get things a little bit muffled. Just go ahead and save the information in your phone to make sure that you have it correctly. And you can actually share it with someone else. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that. So on Wednesdays, for those of you who are always joining us, if it's your first time, we have a Wednesday check-in. Dr. Natatu, what is a Wednesday check-in? It is exactly what it sounds like. We do take Wednesdays, the middle of the week, to check in. Oftentimes, not everybody works the same type of work week. Some people work, nights and things like that. Some people, you might be getting off of work watching this rather than a lot of us who are starting our days around this time. But Wednesday still on the calendar is like the middle of the week. And we like to check in and kind of see how people are doing, how you're progressing through the week. What do you need prayer for? All of those types of things. So we have some hearts here I'm about to put up and that coincide with how you're doing. And it's a series of questions that you're asking yourself. With all of these things, you can share in the comment section if you would like. You don't have to. you can check in with yourself as well. You don't have to post it, but if you would like to, we're just going to put a certain color heart. I'm going to show you in a second that coincides with how you're doing, and then a series of questions, just for at least you to ask yourself. And then we're always ending with prayer, and asking how we can pray for you and things like that. If you would like to share, or I invite you to put the color heart that coincides with how you're doing. So your color heart and then praying hands. If that's all you want to put, that's fine. And just know that we'll be speaking your name in prayer today. So the color hearts, we're putting a blue heart if we're doing great, a purple heart if we're in need of a little push today, a yellow heart if we're just okay, a red heart if we're struggling today, and a green heart if we're in crisis. You don't have to share anything else, but just put the color heart that coincides with how you are doing right now. 7 a.m. This could change across the time span of a day. So just because we wake up and might be struggling doesn't mean we won't be great by 12. Might be great by 8. But maybe that first little time here might be a little bit shaky. So I've been going back and forth since I woke up this morning on where I'm starting at this morning. But honestly, I really feel like I'm pretty much doing great. Why? Because I got some things checked off of my list. I know it always goes back to my list that were on there for a really long time, and they were important tasks, and they have been completed. Praise God. So I'm excited about that. So I'm doing great right now. I'm doing great because those things are done. I don't have to worry about them anymore, because one of them was extremely, extremely important. If I didn't get it done, it's going to be a whole problem. So I'm excited about that. So go ahead and place your color heart that coincides with how you're doing. I pray that you're a blue heart too right now. But even if you're a yellow heart, go ahead and put that in the comment section and know we're praying for you, that you'll get to blue. I won't even say by the end of the day. I'll say hopefully by the end of this time, this check-in, that you'll be at a blue heart. So the first question that coincides with, so you have your color heart. Now we have our questions. How are you today? At this moment, how are you? I am really doing great right now. I'm feeling pretty good. It's Wednesday. It's supposed to be hot here. Yeah. So, I'm excited about the weather changing. I'm excited about it being warm, but warm and hot are different. But, then again, that goes back to prove how we complain about every weather condition, whether it's really cold or really hot. So I'm choosing to be grateful for everything. I'm choosing to be happy about the heat, because I prefer heat to cold anyway. So, but I'm doing well this morning. But how are you doing? How are you feeling? Just, wherever you are, whatever 7 o'clock a.m. looks like for you at this time, how are you doing at this moment? Be honest with yourself. You can share it with us or not, but at least be honest with you. How are you honestly doing today? Next question is, what are you planning to accomplish today? We always have to have a plan. Got to have a plan. Now, if you're on vacation right now, vacation on, and maybe your plan of things to accomplish today includes rest, fun, relaxation, maybe the sun, maybe the beach. I'm going to get there at the end of the summer. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. But what are you planning to accomplish today? What are some things that you need to do? And I always include this, even if that's just rest. If today's your off day, maybe you just need to be off today. Maybe you just need some relaxation time. What I'm planning to accomplish today is pretty much my usual. I don't think it really ever changes. It's work and the gym. Yeah, it's great on Wednesdays. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm planning to accomplish today. And, just continuing to be great. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, just continuing to do those things that, take being responsible, getting things accomplished, but also making time for self. I think that's extremely important. So those are some things that I'm planning to accomplish today. What are some things you are planning to accomplish today? What are some things that, okay, today, Wednesday, this needs to go ahead and get done? Next question is, what is your motivation? And that could be in general, or it could just be in this moment. It could be in this day. Sometimes we have larger motivators that help us accomplish larger tasks. And sometimes we have little smaller motivators that just kind of push us along the way. I believe we really need both, because sometimes it's hard to see the big picture when you're stuck in that little space on the way to achieving the big picture. So motivation for me today looks like, very good question. I think I'm focusing right now on larger motivators, because I've seen the smaller ones because I've been handling smaller tasks. I believe over the course of the last few weeks to a month now, it's they're adding up, but now I'm starting to see the larger things get done, and I'm seeing on a grander scale what that looks like renewing my license to be a therapist. We have to renew that every couple of years, and mine needed I can say needed to be paid for, renewed by in the next 2 weeks, and that is already done, so we're not even crunching time here. So great thing, and that is motivating me. Seeing myself accomplish these things actually motivates me on a larger scale. So even those smaller things have been getting done, but now I'm appreciating being able to sit in spaces where I'm like, okay, I actually have done these things. So that is actually motivating me to continue. But what is motivating you today? Next question is, how will you handle the stressors that may come your way today? We have to ask these questions not to be Debbie Downers, not to be negative, but just to know you got to have, again, you have to have a plan. You got to have a plan of what you're doing and how you're going to handle when you kind of encounter those challenges, because they're coming. How will you handle those unforeseen circumstances? How do you handle the monkey wrenches that go into your schedule, or now you're running a little bit behind, or you weren't able to get that done? How do you process? How do you handle? And I think one of the most important things is to process. That's how I would say, to answer my questions as I'm doing my check-in with you all, is to process each of those things. Not to spend too much time focusing on things that I cannot control. However, focusing on the things that I can and how I'm going to improve them. I like to use the example when you get an email and you're like, this just kind of throws me off, for my whole day. Sometimes those emails do, but it's a choice. It is a choice. It's a choice on how we decide, how we choose to handle, how we respond to such things. So having a good plan is helpful. I know with work, I don't necessarily receive those types of emails just in the setting that I'm in anymore. I used to. So I know what that's like. But it's choosing, how we're going to respond, if we need to take a break, if we need to just pause for a second and process. And I'm really just going to encourage the processing part, because a lot of times we don't even take a split second to process how we feel. And sometimes because we believe we have to respond or react in the moment. But I'm going to encourage us today to take a moment to try to process. Let me just take a second. Let me take this in. Let me choose my words wisely if I need to choose a verbal response. Let me choose my actions wisely if I need to act based upon what has occurred. But let me process it for just a second, even if I can take 60 seconds to think about it. In a lot of situations, I won't say all, in a lot of situations, we can take 60 seconds. And those that we can't, we have to use our best judgment, within that moment. But if we can, let's take a moment to just at least process, to see how we can respond or act accordingly, and in a way that's going to be beneficial for yourself as well as any other parties involved. So that's my encouragement for handling stressors today. And then the last and most important question is, how can we pray for you? Again, you can put it in the comment section, or maybe you're just checking in with the color heart and praying hands. That is totally fine. Prayer is absolutely necessary, absolutely critical, absolutely can't live without it, absolutely the lifeline. I could go on and on and on about the power of prayer, but we do, like I said, we're always praying, but we do take Wednesdays specifically to pray for you, pray for everybody, but also specifically for those who, if you put your name in the comment section, or you put praying hands, or whatever the situation may be, if you DM us and ask us to pray for you for a specific thing or anything like that, we will definitely do that. And we'll definitely utilize the opportunity and that lifeline to God to intercede on your behalf today. So we are praying. Just know we're praying for you, for those who are connected to you, for your work life, or your ministries, for all the different things that you may do, for family struggles with friendships, those things. Oftentimes people have no idea what you're carrying, but we are praying that you stop carrying those things and that you allow God to carry those loads and those burdens for you today and in the days to come. So that is our check-in, and we appreciate you taking the time to check in with us this morning. Just as a reminder, we do have our Wednesday check-in every Wednesday live at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here every Wednesday, and we are thankful to God for this platform, just to be able to come on and to share with you all and to encourage you all throughout the week. So in addition to that, we did have our podcast on Sunday. It was awesome. We had a replay on Monday evening as well. So please mark your calendars for our next podcast, our next episode, which will be episode 25. It will be, Lord willing, on Sunday, July 13th, 2025, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please plan to tune in. There are some awesome things planned. We have a wonderful new co-host. So we are very, 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 very excited and looking forward to all that God has in store for us at Purpose Journey Counseling New Beginnings. We are moving forward and moving it and forging ahead, definitely. So our tag for Purpose Journey Counseling, every time we are together, I want to encourage you to be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and be intentional towards others as well as towards yourselves. We thank you so very much for tuning in with us. Whether you are live with us or you're catching this later, we appreciate you. We're praying for you, and that not just this day, but that this week, this month, this year will be your best yet, and only get greater and greater from there. But we thank you again so much, and Lord willing, we will see you next Wednesday for our Wednesday check-in at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a wonderful, amazing week and day, and blessings and love to each and every one of you.